What you have been waiting for is the second part of the program on personal development and self-employment. So if you have ever been in a cycle of disappointment or are waiting for others to chase your dreams for you, then you'll surely relate to it. This video goes into more detail on expectations that can keep you from having high-performance life. Have you ever felt that you are waiting for someone to tell you that your dreams are good enough and make you a millionaire? Enough of it already. In this segment, we will discover how such expectations, or lack thereof, can create a new and better version of ourselves. Think about this. Change pressure to strength, changes failures to a ladder that leads to a better future. In this video, you shall be able to get some tangible information to how best to change your attitude and hence control your fate. Therefore, are you interested in learning how to begin taking charge of your future instead of waiting for others to take the wheel? Let's dive in. In life, one needs to understand some people are meant to stay in this world as permanent residents. When the time comes that an employee decided to go, then as much as possible that person should be retrenched. Of course, this does not make one feel neglected or a burden or left alone, but it's about time that one needs to prepare and stuck on their own. Suppose a friend chooses to start a new life in a different direction. Do not fight to remain in their lives and feel obligated to remain friends with them. Let go and accept change. Consequently, one frees the channel for establishing new controllable relationships in their life. Remember, they always say that every ending is only an opportunity for a brighter future of opportunities. Therefore, if you're trying to think about how you are going to adjust yourself to stop change and grab for new connections, just think about adjusting your own journey. After all, it will take one towards a better life which no one else can give but you, the happiness of being independent. How is wealth attained? It is attained through proper working, enduring, and countless other things. Quite often a number of individuals assume that success is easily given to them in a silver platter, and that is not the reality. Picture this: someone browsing their feed late at night and seeing extremely popular vloggers posing in their expensive cars and houses and thinking to himself, I can do the same, I don't need to work for it. The truth is that it has to be approached actively if the aim is to make money. Regardless of whether you are funding your education, gaining new skill sets, or otherwise starting a side business, financial independence is not something that comes easy. For example, imagine taking an online class in digital marketing or real estate investment. Those are ideas that will transform your financial life. This means taking individual responsibility and working to create a better version of yourself and therefore a better financial future. There are always big and small priorities in the life of each person, and which can make a person feel left out. However, one of the problems of anticipating others is that one can get frustrated because they do not put him or her first. However, what really has to be attended to is what's good for you is what has to be done. Think about it. When did you last feel disappointed when, for instance, a friend/director/colleague did not call or stand up for a plan? And instead of thinking of the one that got away, then redirect all that energy into self-improvement. For instance, in case you are interested in a project, spend time on it without rating yourself as inadequate. However, this approach is also very effective in building resilience and also makes you the source of support and motivation on your own. When you align your ambitions and objectives, you are in a unique position to overcome every hardship in life so as to transform your life. This has been popular among many people, and it makes them feel as if everyone else has their lives sorted out and not them. The fact is that nobody is without problems. Even the most perfect-looking person has her or his issue. You should know that life itself is a roller coaster instead of trying to compete with others on social media. For instance, one might come across a fellow or female employee who in their perception lead a contented or deserving life with a good job, beautiful children, and social life. But what you do not see is the extra hours they use in thinking about the financial breakdown or even their relationship status. They make the process of accepting that people are struggling with their issues become easier and transition back to working on yourself. This perspective not only relieves pressure, but also allows for practice at one and own rhythm. Just remind everyone that every stock is different, and that is why the dream is worth fighting for. Forgiveness is that powerful, but it is also one thing that should not be underestimated. Self-expectations are dangerous because it is human nature to expect other people to accept an apology and forgive without making any effort towards doing so. There is a saying that says that people and possession has its own way of making itself felt, and this is true in the case of trust. You cannot build trust within a short time. For instance, you have offended your friend, And just uttering those 3 words, "I'm sorry," is not enough for a proper apology. This might include sitting down to talk about it and showing with your behavior that the organization is serious about making changes for the better. Thus, by admitting your misconduct, you contribute to the development of stronger relations as well as create the path to a far better improved life which is comprehensible and merciful. So, relationship forgiveness is listen and requires patience from both partners for them to be able to heal each other. This is probably the biggest mistake one can make. You start thinking that people around you are the same as you and have the same desires and plans. If people do not get on board with your vision or chose not to embark on the journey with you, it can be frustrating. A case may be an individual really wants to start up a business venture, but your friends are Type C corporate employees. Do not let your friends and family discourage you by not being as enthusiastic about entrepreneurship as you want them to be. Celebrate the differences. This is an opportunity which can become revelation because one can advise on their experiences while others can get to see your vision. When you understand that, it means that any other person also has his or her priorities. Shouldering the responsibility all by itself becomes possible without necessarily having to depend on the support of other people. Anyway, a bright future in most cases is the result of the individual's decision, with which one may become lonely at times. People tend to be more passionate about things they are invested in, so expecting people to care as much as you would can be a lesson in frustration. The people in your life have their own problems, challenges, and goals, which many a time override your vision. Let's suppose you are anticipating having a new project you would like to start, or you have a new idea. You cannot wait to tell your friends, but they yawn right. Instead of feeling let down, embrace the fact that everyone's journey is unique and different from the next person. This is best chance to develop self and to be more resilient. Other Shay says will only see the potential of change as a threat and bring this up to you time and again. Do not listen to such people. Rather look for those who do understand and see value in your vision, or better yet, seek groups online that are willing to share the same vision with you. Join a forum or a social network of people to connect with like minds. This interaction will give you support and motivation that you need. In effect, by turning your fate over to the interest you have in what you are doing, you will lead a better life full of drive and purpose. As we come to the end of this highly informative course, it is important to meditate on the revelations that we have made. Have you thought about the profound changes that offering up those expectations might bring into your life? So, the present article is just the second half of the analysis of the concept of self-empowerment, and there are many things remaining to be considered. This is not just about learning about these concepts, but about implementing them for change, attributing one's own happiness and success, as well as envisioning a life that is completely controlled by you. Are you ready to take full responsibility of your own life and stop with leaning on others? Begin today, with some goals clearly defined and starting the process for achieving these dreams. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification so that you won't miss the next episode in our adventure. And therefore let me say that let's keep on learning and developing ourselves, because what is yet to come is the best.